to no surprise to anyone, Google Stadia is dead.
I am shocked. Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
I just received the email today. On September 29th, 2022, we announced the Stadia services will be shutting down on January 18th, 2023. We're getting in touch with important information on what this means for you as a Stadia player. I used it once because I had the Ubisoft subscription service that let me play Ubisoft games. Yeah, I didn't use it much after that. I played Watch Dogs Legion on the Chromecast. It sucked so bad. Like, I had so many connection issues. You need, like, NASA internet to run this shit. That's why I have problems with game streaming. You're not going to be able to do it unless you live in, like, a city, which, unfortunately, I don't. So, yeah, bright side to this is they're offering refunds to everyone, but essentially, Stadia is dead. January 18th, 2023, Stadia will be shutting down. And it's funny is they just did a UI update for Stadia and everything. And this just comes the very next day. So the developers didn't know about this till just like now, basically. And yeah, it sucks, I guess. But it creates another problem. Those Stadia controllers, those only work when like plugged in. You can't use them as a normal Bluetooth controller. So now we've got a problem with e-waste. And yeah, you're getting your money back, but now you have a fucking paperweight. I mean, you just can't even bother with it now. Unless Google does something to like make it, so it's playable with Bluetooth. You don't need to plug it in. It's essentially done. I mean, it's a paperweight. It's garbage. I mean, the Chromecast are still usable, at least. You can use that to stream movies and TV shows, but everything else is done. And yeah, it seems like Google has this thing where it just kills off projects if it doesn't work. Stadia was like 3 years old now. Just it did not survive for that long. And you got Xbox Game Pass. They're doing the xCloud. Sony's been doing theirs for God knows how long, and that one's not that great from what I remember. Fucking Amazon has Amazon Luna, and there's GeForce Now, of course. GeForce Now seems like the best deal because it doesn't require you to buy games and a subscription service. You can use your Steam library. So you could go on and play Cyberpunk with the 3090 ray tracing, or 3070 I think is their limit. I'm not entirely sure. I've never used it. I looked into it. Like I said though, I don't live in a city where there's good internet. So yeah. It was interesting though. I remember when they first announced Stadia, I was thinking the entire time this was just going to fail. It literally just did not look like something that most consumers wanted. I mean, we've had game streaming before. What was it called? OnLive. It was what it was called. Yeah, it was a cloud gaming service, and it was the first of its kind, and that was all the way back in 2009. And it defunct in 2012, and that's actually what Sony's cloud gaming service uses. It uses the infrastructure from OnLive, I believe. And yeah, it's they also had their own streaming box and controller. You can't use it anymore, of course. So really, it seems like it just does not seem like a viable thing. I mean, Google kills everything. Let's face it. They kill projects for less. And yeah, I can't say I'm necessarily sad Stadia is going to be going. I used it once, like I said. It definitely works better on a PC with a wired connection. That's what I noticed. When I tried to do it wirelessly, it didn't work. Watch Dogs was pixelated as shit. Walking was basically impossible. I did learn I could connect an Xbox controller to the Chromecast. That was pretty cool, but unless that Chromecast had some Ethernet port, it wasn't happening. Yeah, I'd need like a very good internet connection. And you know, it's not the end of streaming. I mean, we have two streaming consoles coming out. We got a Logitech one. Um, I'm looking this up as I go along. I'm sorry. I don't write scripts for these. The Logitech G Cloud, that's what it's called. It's a $300 Android-based gaming device, and it's got it's good for Game Pass. In fact, you can buy it off the Microsoft site as well. Yeah, not entirely sure if these are gonna be worth it though. This one doesn't even have 5G. This is like standard run-of-the-mill uh, streaming console. I don't know. It's the first time I've really seen these. And then there's a Razer one, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, Razer has a handheld gaming console that's coming out. And it's going to be using Android-based Razer Edge 5G. And yeah, it's in partnership with Qualcomm. So, yeah, it's the end for Stadia, but it doesn't seem like the other companies are going to be letting down. Eventually, we're going to get uh, game streaming as in some large form. I really hope it's not the future, though. Is unless we get massive good internet, NASA internet everywhere, and I say NASA internet just as what it needs to be. It needs to be that good. If it's not that good, it's not worth it. Is it's just gonna have latency issues. Playing multiplayer games on streaming, that's a nightmare. That is a nightmare right there. You will, especially if you're playing against like people on console. It's too much latency issues. You're not gonna you're gonna have like delays on button inputs, and if your internet isn't good at all, doing it wirelessly is just impossible. You're not going to be able to play that game. It's going to be a pixelated mess. It's going to be slow as hell, and you're going to get the worst frame rate ever. And you know, it's not even like the game's too powerful frame rate. It's it's internet frame rate bad. It's just bad. Uh, but yeah, who knows what the future holds for streaming? I can tell you, Google certainly doesn't see it in their future anymore. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Stadia infrastructure. Uh, Everything's kind of up in the air right now with that. Um, sure, r/Stadia is losing their minds because they got really pissed off when Scott DeWaz did a video and kind of just shit on game streaming and Stadia. Yeah, Stadia's dead, and I can't say I'm surprised, and I don't think many people can say they're surprised either. It was bound to fail, and who knows if the other ones are gonna fail right now? Doesn't seem like it, but we don't know what the future holds. Anyways, that's all for today. Once again, I'm plugging my Extra Life stream. I'm gonna be doing it on November 5th. I would love to make some money for a children's hospital. And yeah, the link for that will be in the description. Uh, but yeah, this was Garrus Mod. Have a good day.